Hello everyone, my name is Derek McCann, and for the statistics screencast, I'm going to be looking at the roller coaster dataset. And by going through this investigation, you are covering the Common Core standards of representing data with plots on the real number line, and summarizing categorical data with two categories and two-way frequency tables. So, investigating this first question, are there any differences between the top speed of older, newer, or more recent roller coasters? We're going to start by creating a graph, and we're going to select the age group, put that in the x-axis, and then we're going to find the top speed and put that on our y-axis. And here you can see that it divides into the three categories: older, more recent, and newest. And once we go to the ruler menu and select mean, we can then see the mean of each category individually. So by looking at these means, you can see that the average top speed of older roller coasters is around 49.4 or 50 miles an hour. In comparison to the more recent roller coasters, it is a little bit slower, and in comparison to the newest roller coasters, it is quite a bit slower, as the mean of the newest roller coasters is 66, and the mean of the more recent roller coasters is 58.1. So from this, we can tell that older roller coasters tend to be a little bit slower than the more recent or the newest roller coasters. So now we can move into the next question. Does the type of material make a difference in speed? So to look at this first, I decided to switch out the top speed variable with the type variable. So then we could see through the different age groups what the different roller coasters were made with. So if we come back to the ruler menu, show percent, and then do the percent by column, this will display the proportion of steel and wooden roller coasters depending on the age groups themselves. So as you can see, the older roller coasters were 61% wooden, the more recent roller coasters were 32% wooden, and the newest roller coasters are 20% wooden. So this could mean that the type of roller coaster does influence the top speed of the roller coaster. So in order to further show this, we'll take the top speed variable, put it back on the x-axis, and then we'll come back and show the mean again. And as you can see, the wooden roller coasters tend to be a little slower at 54.5 miles an hour, while the steel roller coasters tend to be a little bit faster at 60.6 miles an hour. On to the next question. If you were going to ride a roller coaster that is built before 1980, what would you expect for a typical top speed? What about if you were riding a newer roller coaster? So to do this, I'm going to put the top speed variable back on the y-axis. We're going to go back and get our age group variable again onto the x-axis. And since we already had mean selected, it's already going to display the lines of the means. So as we were talking about before, the average top speed for the older roller coasters is about 49.4 miles an hour, 50 miles an hour. So you would expect that for a typical top speed for the older roller coasters. And for the newest, you can see that the average is 66 miles an hour, so that's about what you could expect for the newer roller coasters. And now we're gonna add a roller coaster to the data set, and I already added it before, I just had it hidden in here. So restore one set aside data set. As you can see, the extreme roller coaster was just added into the data set. It was built in 2007, placing it in our newest category. So with this point, as we have it selected, you can already see it within the graph highlighted, and we need to find out, how does this case fit within the analysis that we just did? Does this new case change any claims or inferences you would make based on your analysis? And this is the roller coaster that was added. It's called Extreme in the Blue Bayou Dixie Landing. And as you can see, it is a steel roller coaster, but it only has a top speed of 37.3 miles an hour. So as we pointed out earlier, the newest roller coasters do have a top speed average around 66 miles an hour. And this does measure pretty below the mean for the newest roller coasters. But it doesn't change the mean all too much. As you can see, the mean is still 65.4 miles an hour. So I would say that based on this new case, we do not have to change anything about the inferences or the claims that have been made throughout this video, since the mean of the newer roller coasters is still very high in comparison to the older roller coasters, and a bit higher than the more recent roller coasters. This concludes my screencast. Thank you all for listening.